Well, thank you very much, Graham. That's because, of course, MMA, we know that it's a sport that's come to prominence in recent years, and South Africa is stepping up to the plate with the Last Fighter Standing Championships this year. Now, the Cape Town preliminaries are taking place tomorrow at Sunningdale Sports Complex, and joining us this morning are Quinton van den Berg, the CEO of the Last Fighter Standing, and Michael Monemene, MMA coach from Pride Fighting Academy. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Fantastic. Quinton, give us a bit of a background into exactly what it is that sets Last Fighter Standing apart from other MMA competitions and championships out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're very different. Obviously, we're a new sport, sanctioned by all of the fight federations in South Africa and soon to be globally. We're obviously also basing it on entertainment, which is lacking in today's fighting platforms in South Africa. The fact of the matter is by the definition of mixed martial arts, I think there's a lot of things lacking in the world of EFC and UFC. And, it's predominantly on grappling and wrestling and things like that, and it's sort of founded its name through it. I think we're trying to expose fighters in a broad spectrum. Like I say, K1's a little bit, I'd say it's dead in South Africa at the moment, and we're trying to expose those fighters, the strikers, the stand-up fighters. And it's a lot more fast-paced. You have 3 2-minute rounds, so it's going to be entertaining. The guys have to get in there and knock each other out. There's no holding each other, wrestling and dancing around each other. And I think that's what defines us different from most of the fight platforms, is that we're really there for the entertainment of the people to be entertained by fighting again.
And as a fighter walking out winning this championship as the Last Fighter Standing, what does it mean to a fighter?
I think it means everything. I mean, look, again, it comes back to who are we exposing in this platform. It's been closed off for a very long time. A lot of the stand-up fighters have walked away from MMA as it stands today, meaning EFC or UFC, purely because of the fact they don't like to go to the ground and they're not really tactical and that sort of technical fighting principle. And this allows the guys to come back to that platform, and it allows all these guys to basically see who is the best fighter of any type of art or form.
Yeah.
And so it means the world. Also the fact that we've got one of the largest prize monies in South Africa. Soon to be next year, probably it'll bring a lot of the guys out of the woodworks when they start finding out the kind of money we're going to throw at this. So it's exciting for us.
Fantastic. And Michael, I mean, you are involved day to day with the training of these guys. Give us a bit of a background into the mental and the physical preparation of being ready for a fight night like this.
Well, it's a little bit different to having one fight in a night, so the preparation is a little bit different. Most training camps are quite intense on the mental and the physical side. There's so many different elements that you need to put together, from the strength conditioning to the skills training. Putting all that together in one day is pretty difficult. Yeah. So managing the fighter's load, making sure that they're not burning out before the fight is important, and making sure they've got the right amount of skills and conditioning going into it is probably the biggest priority. Then mentally, you always have to be up for the challenge of a fight, but now you have to be up for the challenge for 3 fights in one day to win. So you're psyching yourself up, to finish your first opponent, then your second, and then the third. So the recovery and the strategy in between is also pretty important, knowing how we're going to manage the fighter in between his bouts, and making sure that he comes to the end relatively healthy to compete.
Yeah, sounds like a real-life version of Mortal Kombat. If you
will. I believe it's the gladiators version to fighting in today's terms.
There you go.
I mean, we had the Durban regionals, and it was hell of exciting watching these guys get out there. After fighting and competing against someone that's really as good as them.
Fantastic. Well, we can't wait to see it. And if you want to be part of it, the weigh-ins are taking place tonight at the Sunningdale Sports Complex. And if you'd like to find out more, go to www.lastfighterstanding.co.za. I'll be putting my strength to the test with a real MMA workout shortly. But right now, let's head on over to Graham.